Welcome to the Orange Slice Season 2. We have the Honorable Dr. Collins in the building. We are so excited to have him here. He's going to be describing and talking about the voter registration day, which is next Tuesday, September 17th, from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. Welcome, Dr. Collins.
Thank you so much for having me. And you know, I've been here before, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention this again, how proud I am of your team, Matthew, Clinton, Courtney. It's amazing to see the things you've done. I watched your previous interview. You were dynamic. Just to show the community and campus sort of the things that we do here behind the scenes. And I think this is an excellent way to highlight that. And I really appreciate you all. I think the treatment I always get is first class. And I cannot wait to talk to you a little bit more about this event.
Yes.
Last year, it really surprised me, the outpouring of support we got. And I want to tell people that September 17th is really significant because it's not only National Voter Registration Day, but it's also the day we honor Constitution Day. The Constitution was signed September the 17th, 1787. So September the 17th is significant. So at this event, which is what I also call one of the biggest civic engagement events in the country, you can definitely argue that it is the biggest voter registration drive that we have in the country is September 17th. So what we're going to give people an opportunity to do when they show up on Tuesday is they're going to be able to register to vote. They're going to be able to verify their voter registration because there are people out there now who think they're good, but maybe they've been purged from the voter rolls. Maybe their address is off. Maybe there's an issue with registration. Come on Tuesday and we can get you lined out. We'll have food. We'll have games. We'll have prizes. I'm most excited, though, for our breakout speakers.
Oh, wow. Who's coming?
We have 5 breakout speakers. Professor Johnson is a historian, and she's amazing.
Nice.
She's on staff here. We have Professor Shivers, who's
Oh,
over
nice.
public service. She's going to talk a little bit about her public service program. Dr. Weaver, who does sociology. She's going to talk about the civil society. And we also have 2 city councilmen this year. Last year, we just had 1. Last year, we had James Cooper, and he was amazing. He brought the house down. We had to invite him back. He's Ward 2, though.
Okay.
OSU OKC sits on the very edge of Ward 6, and that's Jo Beth Hammond. And Jo Beth Hammond last year had a prior engagement. But this year, Jo Beth Hammond confirmed. So we're going to have 2 city councilmen at our event, along with 3 professors. And the council people are going to talk about the importance of civic engagement. And I'm really excited to have the councilman, because we talk so much to students about civic engagement, being involved. My students are required to write a letter to their representative. And I think it's nice that students have an opportunity to come, to have a Q&A, to shake the hands of their actual city council person. I don't think you replace that. You can't replace that actual civic engagement. So I'm really excited about the event, if you can't tell.
Yeah, I can tell. And it was amazing last year. I went and enjoyed myself. I will be there again this year.
Absolutely. Make sure you get the prizes, the merch, the T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you stay for all of it.
Definitely.
11 to 3. Now, when people get to campus that day, they will notice something. Last year we had flags up, but this year we have more flags. We want to make it look like an official event.
Yeah.
So when people show up to campus, you'll know that morning that there's something special going on campus. You'll see the flags everywhere. Similar to how we have it for Veterans Day, if you remember. Flags sort of lining the sidewalks. We want people to stop if they're just driving by. We want them to stop if they're curious, right? Because I think that's what civic engagement does. It brings people together. And I think it's appropriate that we're doing this on today, one of the days of the presidential debate that happens tonight. I'm always pushing those types of things with my students because although in this country you do have the right to complain, we do have free speech, it means a lot more if you're informed. I tell students to have some sort of information behind what you argue, right? Don't argue emotion, argue fact.
Right.
And we hope to give people a little bit of facts about the issues that day as well. And you can't replace showing up, meeting people face to face, eating free food.
That's right.
checking your voter registration status. And who knows, meeting friends. Yeah. And maybe we can get some new students out of this as well.
That's right. So what would you suggest students to bring so they can register to vote? Do they need their ID, their student ID?
Students won't need the ID with them. I mean,
Okay.
it's preferred. They just need to have the information from their ID. Because
Okay.
on the voter registration application, it'll specifically ask you for your driver's license number and your social. So students will need sort of that basic information. And I'm assuming a lot of students might have that memorized, but to be sure, they should bring that with them in their wallets or purses. We'll have tablets on hand where students need to enter their name and birth date. That's all you need on the voter portal to check your registration. We just need a name and birth date. And we can check to see if you're registered and where your precinct is. And Oklahoma's voter portal is so good that they even give you a sample ballot.
Oh, wow.
And so that day, students will also be able to go through their sample ballot. Because, that helps to study your ballot. Because sometimes when you're in line, I've had people try to ask me for help in line. And, that's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
That's called electioneering. You're not allowed to help people in line because they think that you'll use undue influence and try to influence the way they vote. Be prepared before you come. And that's what we hope to do as well. We're going to have a picture up of a sample ballot. And I'll make sure people have information on like the state questions, the candidates, and things of that nature. So it's not bad to do a little homework before you show up. Don't try to get help in line because they might kick you out of line.
That's right.
Because that's illegal, because they don't want anyone influencing your vote in line. So when you show up to vote, make sure you're prepared.
Yeah. And watch the debate tonight.
Absolutely.
Get excited
Absolutely.
about voting.
Watch the debate. And for those who show up who want to know who to vote for or what party to be affiliated with, we can't do that because the thing I want to say about the event is it's nonpartisan. And I think these events largely should be nonpartisan. We won't tell you who to vote for. We'll talk about the issues. And we won't tell you what party to register with. And plus, I think that's a bit unfair. We want voters to come to that decision on their own.
Right.
With the information they're given. We need voters to come into those types of decisions on their own. Students always ask me, hey, Dr. Collins, do you have any idea about what party I should register with? No, because that's simply not my decision to make, right? Or who you're voting for. People should vote their conscience, and it should be a product of the information that they sought out on their own.
That's
So
right.
it's going to be a wonderful event. Everybody show up.
Everybody come, show up.
We have the whole student center reserved,
Oh, wow.
so there's room.
Okay.
So the whole student center will be for this event. So I can't stress that enough. You're welcome. It's come and go if you need it to be. Some professors are bringing their entire classes. If you're a student that needs proof that you attended for your teacher, we'll have a sign-in sheet. Your teachers will get an email. We'll also have a postcard. And on that postcard, there'll be a way for people to initial as proof that you attended a session. That will also work for your teachers.
Wow.
So
I have a quick question. Can students bring a +1, meaning someone who doesn't attend campus?
yes, it is a community event. Those of you who have attended our Nancy Randolph Davis Day celebration, you're familiar with how we handle community events. People from the community are welcome too. You don't have to show proof of enrollment. So if there's someone that is just coming off of the streets that wants to attend, they're welcome as well. We'll have a few community events during the year, and this is one that we're really proud of because as a community school for the community, this is an event where we do a little bit of outreach. We need the community to know that we're here. And OSU OKC is also a polling place,
Oh, wow.
right? So some people actually vote here on campus. So you'll see the voting signs up some Tuesdays that people will come and vote on campus. So we just sort of want to be instrumental in that. And it's also for people who are just confused. They don't know about the electoral process. Come, we can get you lined out.
That's right. Thank you so much, Dr. Collins. You're such a huge influence on campus and in this community, and we appreciate you so much for always
you.
putting the students first and always educating and reaching out to us.
Absolutely. I think it's my life's purpose. I feel like when you have a purpose in life, you have to pursue that. And I've always thought giving back or serving. I lost my mom in 2020, and I will always dedicate my life to service because she was the best teacher I've ever known. And her motto was always, if I can help one person or one student, my career was worth it. And I always thought that was very, thought-provoking. If I can register one voter, Tuesday's worth it, right? If I can educate one person, it's worth it to me. So, but I'm proud of you too, and I appreciate the opportunity to come and talk about it.
Thank you. And remember, you matter and your voice matters. So get out here, register to vote, bring your family, bring a friend, and let's elect the proper officials.
Absolutely.
And
Vote your conscience.
Vote your conscience. Yes.
Yes, vote your conscience.
Well, thank you all for tuning in again to the Orange Slice Session Season 2 with Mr. Dr. Collins
Thank you.
and our team. Thank you guys.